like a addict. Hey man, I just want to tell you something. Mitchell Robinson. It's a lot to this brother. And we got to discuss his future. Is there a world where the block this monster is not a Knick? We'll also touch on the fantasy, well, not the fantasy, the expansion draft, because apparently the league appears to be motioning in the direction to expand the team number from 30 to 32. So we're going to be talking about these things on this episode of Level Headed Knicks Talk. What's going on? I am your host, Karan Pierre, straight out of New York City. And I am the Objective Fan. Straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, man, welcome to the show. I had to make sure I get back on here before the game because, we do two-a-days around here. All right, we are one of the originators of the two-a-days. Big time salute to everybody who is in the building. Continue to smash that like button on the way in. You know how we get down. 100 likes minimum, but not the maximum. So continue to smash that like button and show us some love. And yeah, man, we got to talk about this brother, Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, we definitely going to talk about him. And of course, we're cooking like hot grease. So smash that like button on the way in. As well, you might as well subscribe because we know that in the last 28 days that well over 60% of you guys are not subscribed. So smash that button so that way we can help close the gap. And of course, we are on the road to 10,000. Okay, that's the ultimate goal for now, right? But we also have milestones for certain subscribers reach. So as soon as we reach the 5K mark, we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. No emails, no phone numbers. All you have to do is subscribe. So subscribe if you're not. It's very important to the algorithm. Big time salute to my man Spimo, my man Doug. I see you guys. Big time salute to you guys. All right. Continue to smash that like button. I did a show earlier where we talked about on the Blue and Orange Brunch, Giannis. And Giannis, he impacts this brother Mitchell Robinson tremendously. Now, I'm going to get to Mitchell Robinson in a second, but I do want to start with the expansion. I keep saying fantasy. I don't know why. Listen, it's not a fantasy. It is reality, okay? The league is looking to expand, okay? And so I want to discuss how it impacts the Knicks. All right. Because, us as Knick fans, the expansion draft will have certain repercussions for this team. Okay. Certain consequences for the boys in orange and blue. And I got an article here from Posting and Toasting. Big time salute to them. Now, they got a meeting, I think, this week. I'm not sure exactly when this week, but they got a meeting this week to decide on whether or not they're going to actually expand the league. So Heath Sims of Sports Track reported that potential rules could include teams being allowed to protect up to 8 players, with none of them being allowed to be players who are restricted free agents or players on expiring contracts. So with those restrictions, we will be able to protect most of our players, but not all of them. Okay? So teams must expose at least one player, and teams may not lose more than one player in the drafts, which is good to know. But some of your Mo Diawara, some of your Kevin McCullough Jr.'s could be up out of here in the expansion draft. Okay? Now, the only player that we have that signed through the 28-29 season is Mikal Bridges. Of course, that won't change. I know this is my client. And if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I always joke and I say I'm this brother's client. Oh, look at these guys, Detroit. I told y'all Detroit basketball, they're gonna return. Look at that. Look at how weak Detroit is. Y'all weak, man. Detroit is weak. Oh my God. Anyway, let me just get out of the live chat. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. These guys are something else. They get a win and now they want to return. But all week they getting smacked. They don't got nothing to say. All right. And then Karl Anthony Towns, of course, he has the player option, right? $61 million in 2027. It's a lot of money. I think that if they can't get a deal done, Towns will resign. And then, of course, Mitchell Robinson's a free agent. Josh Hart, I think, has 2 more years on his deal. So a couple of ways the expansion draft affects the Knicks is one, will they be able to protect all of their players? 2, it is going to happen in 2 years. So the only player that we have on the contract is Mikal Bridges. So we don't even have the team set up yet to protect players. But I know that Leon Rose can do some things to, manipulate the system, like only have 9 players on the team, right? And then let the one player be there. And because you have to expose at least one player. So, but I want to talk about some of the other issues, and then I'm gonna jump into Mitch, and then we'll get to the phones. So a couple of the issues though is that one, they're gonna share all of the money. Okay. So now the money that you would have gotten is going to be lessened because instead of dividing the money by 30, you're going to be dividing it by 32. So I don't know if that is going to put a dent in player maxes and player salaries. But if you have a player like a Jalen Brunson and he's commanding, $400 million, just hypothetically speaking, then the salary that you would have had to sign teammates around them is greatly lessened. So more teams mean less money and also more competition. And from what I've seen, let me see if I can put this on the screen really quickly. And then I'm going to get to Mitch. If you're just watching, I'm going to get to Mitch. But I wanted to talk about this because I didn't get a chance to talk about it I didn't get a chance to talk about it earlier. Okay. But I just wanted to give y'all some insight of how this draft could impact the Knicks. Let's see. So exclusively located in Las Vegas and Seattle. Those are the 2 places they think that this is going to be. And does this article have it? It doesn't. It doesn't. So what I read was that Memphis and the Minnesota Timberwolves will be relocated to the Eastern Conference. So now you get Ant-Man on the East. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's just kind of interesting. By the way, as you guys enter the show, continue to smash that like button. It's really important that we get the likes up. All right. And now I'm about to talk about the block this monster, Mitchell Robinson. Okay. I saw an article that came out recently. And honestly, this is something that we kind of hinted towards before. But according to this publication, there could be some interest in the block this monster elsewhere. Because one of the things that I feel like Leon Rose is banking on is that no other team is going to want to sign Mitchell Robinson and spend the bag on him. Now, salute to the channel members. Y'all know I did a powerful presentation breaking down Mitchell Robinson. It's on Unfiltered Thought. That's what the title of the video is called. And in that video, I pretty much exposed some of the craziness that's going on with Mitchell Robinson load management. Right now, here can be a potential threat. I'm gonna go into research mode. Lakers becoming ideal free agent home for popular Knicks name. Okay. Now, I talked about this on the first show, and I could show you better than I could tell you. This is very important, y'all. The Los Angeles Lakers. Let me go to the Lakers. Okay. they have an exorbitant amount of money that they can free up because all of their players are free agents. These are the only players they have left. And most of these player options are like small money. Like Ayton is on small money. Marcus Smart is on small money. Okay. Austin Reeves wants big money, but there's a potential chance that they let Austin Reeves go. But I also did hint towards Austin Reeves becoming a Knick. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. But let me just say this. Let me just say this. When you look at the Lakers and their money, they have about 80 million. Do y'all see this? $80 million in maximum possible cap space. They are one of the 3 or 4 projected teams that have significant cap space this summer. They could generate $80 million in space. That means they could sign whoever the hell they want. That's what that means. Hopefully you guys understand that. All right, so now I'm going to take you to here. Right? Lakers becoming the ideal home for popular Knicks name. So the Los Angeles Lakers will apparently look at Mitchell Robinson during free agency. General manager Rob Pelinka is expected to be aggressive on the free agent market with the contract of LeBron James and multiple others coming off the books. Austin Reeves getting a massive extension is top priority, but the Lakers will have enough money to sign other players. Now, I don't know when the tune changed on Austin Reeves. I really don't. Because the rumors before was they didn't want to re-sign Austin Reeves. That of course was earlier in the season. Because they could have signed him this summer. And they didn't. But now, a lot of the reports I'm seeing is saying that, they want to sign the brother. Okay? All right, cool. And it's top priority. So let's say they give Austin Reeves $45 million, whatever. They still will have an additional up to $35 million to play with. So now they say, okay, screw getting another star. We're going to go with Austin Reeves. They have a lot of money to play with. And then they still got the power play in re-signing LeBron as well. So this Laker team has options. Now look, Robinson's entering free agency after his contract with the Knicks end. Fan-sided Maxwell Ogden said the following about the Lakers' interest in Mitchell Robinson. So this is what the brother said from Fan-sided. As the Los Angeles Lakers survey the 2026 free agency market for the ideal center, Mitchell Robinson will inevitably surface on their radar. He's an explosive athlete with elite defensive range, unrivaled offensive rebounding proficiency, and the perfect skill set to thrive as a lob threat to Luka Doncic's needs. Yeah, y'all. So this is what they are saying about Mitchell Robinson. Okay? This is what they're professing about Mitch. Mitchell Robinson, apparently, his services will be, scouted or they will look to add his services to the Los Angeles Lakers. And here's why. I know you're going to say, well, they had Ayton, but here's what they had to say about Ayton. Ayton has been a general disappointment for the Lakers after they added him last offseason, right, with the hopes of finding their future center. Despite having youth and athleticism on his side, Ayton has struggled to provide consistency. Robinson stands out as one of the best free agent options at center with an affordable price tag. See, now, that affordable is subjective. And we're going to see what that affordability is. But this right here, I'm letting y'all know, could thwart Leon Rose's plans. Okay? Of course, the Lakers need a big man. Now, he does have his flaws. He doesn't shoot free throws well. And so, but he is an alternative to Ayton, and the Lakers would have two centers in Ayton and Mitch. So I think that the Lakers are a threat in multiple ways to the Knicks. I think that they will be a threat in the Giannis pursuit if it continues past next season. Of course, this season they wouldn't be able to get Giannis. But if Giannis stays in Milwaukee like a den bat up until the next season, I think the Lakers are a strong threat to acquire him somehow using the Laker magic. And Magic Johnson. Having him on your side also helps out a lot. But listen, if you guys want to call up, you can. I will open up the phone lines. Let's get the likes up as well. Continue to smash the like button. If you do want to call up, the number is 646-995-8389. 646-995-8389. The number is in the description as well. Let's continue to get the likes up. All right. It's very important. Big time salute to my man J Tap. Big time salute to my man Jay Chosen. I see you in the building. Big time salute to you guys, man. Great having you guys on. If y'all want to talk about Mitchell Robinson and the Lakers are potentially interested in him, and they have a big bag, a really big bag they could spend. Let me get the number on the screen. Okay, hold on 2 seconds. Where's the number at? Oh, got it right here. Bam. All right. So you guys could call up 646-995-8389. We cooking with hot grease. If you want to talk about Mitchell Robinson, if you want to talk about the expansion draft. Also, while I wait for you guys to chime in and call up, let me show you this. So I did see the article. I want to see what ESPN has to say. But I did see the article that I didn't get a chance to see it earlier on the earlier show. But yeah, Jalen Brunson is doubtful for this game. Okay. And the odds slipped a bit and went from a -15.5 to a -14.5. Let me just see something. Jalen Brunson has officially been ruled out. Okay. Jalen Brunson has officially been ruled out. As far as Mitchell Robinson's back, I don't see him on the injury report. If Mitchell Robinson plays, I'm going to give him a big-time New York City salute. Yeah, don't let these guys keep you out of games. The Los Angeles Lakers are on your radar, dog. You not hurt. Why you sitting out? Stop that. It's not helping your claim. It's not helping your claim. It's not helping your cause. All that load management stuff is crap. He said they got here to pay for this guy. I hear you, AP. Big time salute to my man, AP. Oh, we just got some news from Shams as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been diagnosed with left knee hyperextension and bone bruise. He'll be reevaluated in 1 week. That's light work. That's not a real injury. I saw it. He came down on a dunk. He continued playing. That's light work. I think Giannis should shut it down. The Bucks are cooked. They're in no man's land. And to be honest, when you look at Milwaukee, they have no chance to make the playoffs. And they don't have their own pick. So it's like a catch-22 with them. No matter what they do, they're screwed. But so yeah, Jalen Brunson's out. I think Mitchell Robinson is going to play. As far as the Pacers side, let's see. Let's look at the Pacers side really quickly. So everybody's still day-to-day with Indiana. I don't know. I don't know what to expect with Indiana, guys. I don't know. Neesmith out there looking like the #1 option. Man, the Indiana Pacers are like upside down, bro. Like, seriously. But no matter who plays, who does it, we should still smoke these dudes. It's no excuse. So, I don't know. It's weird. Weird vibes. But Jalen Brunson has officially been ruled out. And you know what? Big time salute to the captain, man. He's been working hard. He deserves a night off. You know, it's the grind of the season. I don't see a problem with Captain taking nights off, especially when he's been doing all the goddamn heavy lifting on this team. Right? It seems like guys don't know how to shoot. Guys don't know how to pass. J-Tap said Giannis should load management. Yes, he needs to load management. He definitely needs to load management. I agree with that. We don't want to ruin our investment in the summertime. All right? Now, a couple of more things about Mitchell Robinson. They try to put a back injury on him, brother. In my mind, I know he fell. Salute to my man, Zach, who said that Mitchell Robinson fell the last game. I do remember that happening. Right? I thought it was the game before last game, but it doesn't matter. That back injury, if it was really real, it would have put a stain on him. Like seriously, like it would have put a stain on him because now you got a back injury going into the playoff. I'm glad it's not that serious, and I'm glad it looks like it's not going to keep him out. Because I feel like, they're trying to, dissuade the Lakers from having interest in him. What's going on, Joe and AC? Talk to me, brother.
Yo. What's up, man? Yo, thanks for taking my call.
No doubt. You see Mitchell Robinson, man. There could be another team, another shark in the water looking to get that, brother.
I had to chime in on this one because, Mitchell Robinson is definitely one of my favorite players. But, this is what they're going to do, man. They're going to put his name all over the news. They're going to make him seem like this big acquisition. They're going to try to raise his value, and other teams are going to want him. It's going to be, a race for Mitchell Robinson. Meanwhile, what they don't realize is that, what happens when, let's just say the Lakers do get him, right?
Yes.
The Lakers pay all this money, like we would have had to, and then he gets hurt in the first week or whatever. As soon as they get him, you know what I'm saying? I think that is what the biggest fear is right now for the front office.
That is,
is that we give this guy all this money, and then boom, he's hurt.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I think his value, regardless of whether he gets hurt, what he gives you on the floor. You can't take that away from him, man. Like just the other night, 22 rebounds, the 8 offensive rebounds.
That was fire.
It's a good thing to have, but is it worth the $85 million or whatever they're saying they're going to pay for him?
Yeah, right. And that's the thing, Joe. Like really quickly, that's the thing. Like the $85 million, or whatever that number is, it could be less than that. We don't know. But here's the thing. They also have another center too. So like if something did happen to him, they still have Ayton for the year. So
another thing too about Mitchell Robinson, he's very like when he gets the ball in his hands on the floor, he kind of puts his back to the basket and he stands there, he opens his palm up and just hands the ball off to someone.
Yep.
He don't
even look at the basket.
Yeah, that's something he needs to work out of because I've seen him put the ball on the floor like once or twice this season.
Yep.
And it looks rusty when he's moving, right? But he gets around the defenders. Like I don't know, he figures it out. And I've seen him, dunk on a few people like once or twice.
Yep.
But I mean, if he could put the ball on the floor, he'd be much better. But it's the injury risk. I bet you the coaches are saying behind the scenes, just work as a screen defender, or a screener on offense. Yeah. So. But I love when Mitchell Robinson sets picks because when he sets the picks, it sets up that pick and roll action for the dump pass, That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, but he don't roll hard enough. That's the only thing. Like he's not a hard roller, bro.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, he needs to work on that too.
He gotta roll
needs to
hard.
Dive because they're not giving him the lobs because he's not getting there.
He's not getting there.
Yeah. Sometimes he does get there, and I notice Brunson misses him. Brunson. I don't see Brunson giving him as many lobs as he should be. I like that offensive set when they.
Well, he's getting blitzed every time though too. Like they blitzing Brunson off that screen. As soon as he set that screen, there's 2 coming at him.
Well, it's good that you brought that up because what I want Brunson to do more of is get to the free throw line. I think it's important, man. Some of the best players in the league, they're getting to the line.
So yeah, I pray that with the Mitch situation, that if we get Giannis, okay, we could lose him, but you can't afford to lose Mitch and you don't get nothing else better.
See,
I think
that's where
that
I
would be a
think
big loss.
Giannis is important. If we are not, if we don't sign Mitch, we definitely need like a Giannis type player to fill that center role. Because then it
Exactly.
makes sense,
Right. But
But
you
you're
let
not.
him walk and he goes to LA. That's
But you can't sign Mitch and get Giannis. It's not.
not technically. No, not
You can't.
technically.
It's too much money.
It's too much money. And no, because we're going to be hard cap at that second apron. We can't enter it.
Well,
So
that's interesting. Then do you think they use? I don't even think they can now. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just saying, think about using Mitch as a trade chip, but they can't even do that now,
nah, they
right?
can't. No.
Yeah.
No. The
It's
best
too
thing
late.
you could do is try to do a sign and trade with the Lakers, but they got money. They don't need you to do that. They got it back.
I was looking at that. You were showing their salaries. They got like so many $2 million players. So I'm like, look at this roster. And
$80 million.
LeBron James is sitting on the bench for $60 million a year. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and he won't be there. Well, he could return, but they're not going to pay him like that.
But that's what I don't want to happen to the Knicks, man. I'd hate to see like a big star be on our team filling up all this cap space, and they're just hurt on the bench, just sitting there.
Right. Well, that's why we got Casey Smith, man. The best in the business.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, do you think the whole thing with Giannis, before I go, do you think Giannis's injury was like legit, or do you think he was just kind of thinking he was getting traded and was just trying to sit out?
Yo, you know something? I don't, I think that he was disgruntled with Milwaukee, but it kind of backfired on him because they couldn't trade him for whatever reason. And I think the reason why they didn't trade him is because the Knicks didn't really put their offer in at that time. The Knicks didn't have an offer. It was just Golden State, Miami, and Minnesota. And Giannis said he didn't want to be under Steph Curry's shadow. So that's why he didn't go there. And then Miami didn't have no picks. And Minnesota was aggressive, but they also didn't really give them the package that, because they were trying to keep Gobert and, they were trying to trade the other guys. And so the package that Minnesota had wasn't really desirable.
Yeah, but knowing what you know now, would you have given up Mikal and OG, knowing what they've been doing lately for Giannis? Even if
I mean, I always was willing to give up. No, Joe, I was always willing to give up anyone. So
those three players, though, and all that.
No, I'm not giving up three. I'm giving up two.
Giving up two?
Not three. Yeah, not three. Unless it's a bench player like Deuce. If I had to throw Deuce in there, I'll throw him in there. But not three starters. Hell no. That's not how the league works.
I think I'm throwing in Deuce if I'm getting back Bobby Portis, and then I'm doing that trade. I'm kind of kicking myself
if you get Portis, that's different.
I kind of wish we did the trade and got Portis too.
Right, because look,
send out OG. It would have helped.
And look, Joe, before you go, look, if we would have got Giannis already, now we go into the second April.
Yeah.
See the logic? Now in the summer, you could go in the second apron, and maybe LeBron wants to come, and maybe this guy wants to come because they all want to come and play for the champions.
Yeah, because the 2-for-1 won't matter now, and then you could sign LeBron for like a $2 million minimum contract, and then
bingo. But I appreciate you, Joe, man. Great call.
Hey man, thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe, everyone.
Big time.
Salute.
All right. Number 9. Where we going, man? now you see your Detroit compadres in the building. Like, what's going on? Y'all get a little weird. Oh, yeah, Detroit's bad. No, that's corny, dog. That's why I had the band in the first place. Because I didn't want y'all to be corny. But where you want to go?
So, are you a fan of Carmelo getting his jersey retired in New York?
100%. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. Yeah.
100%. Despite Melo never taking y'all to the conference finals. Yeah, he ain't really put y'all on the map. First of all, I think it's disrespect for Melo to just be so arrogant. Like, oh, Joker, I thought Joker was trying to pay homage when he wore number 15 and chose number 15 and did. Pay homage to what? What have you done? You ain't led Denver to no championship, not even to the finals.
I can't speak for Denver. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's
I
their
know you ain't.
politics.
That's why I brought it up. But I'm speaking for New York.
Now, on the New York side, yeah, he deserve it. He deserve it.
Are y'all standards that low where y'all want to prop up a player that didn't even take y'all to the third round?
Yeah, but I could tell you what he did do. He brought excitement, hope back, something that we didn't have since Ewing. The teams were not good in those 2,000 years prior to him, right? He gave us a star player, not a superstar, but he gave us a star player. He wanted to come to New York, and he did have success in New York. We went to the playoffs the first 3 years. We didn't win nothing, of course. And also, he was an all-star starter for 5 years in a row. He was a scoring champion, right?
Yes.
I mean, he dropped the Garden record, 62 in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? Bernard King didn't win, respectfully, Bernard King didn't win us nothing either. But is his jersey in the
Bernard
rafters?
King did? He went to the conference finals with the Knicks. That's what he did, though.
But that's fine. Okay. But you still don't get, it's not like you get to the conference finals and that's the mark. We know what the mark is.
My point exactly. So stop trying to hold that over Detroit last year. Thank you for saying that. Stop trying to use your conference finals appearance last year as this holy grail.
No. I'm only using it to show that we are favorites to go to the finals because of that, because of our experience. You guys are not favored to do anything, but go home early, in my opinion.
Okay, I just wanted to get that off.
I'm just telling you why we the favorites to go far. It's because of our experience.
Y'all definitely not the favorites. I don't even think y'all the runner-up favorites. With Jason Tatum back, Boston definitely took a step up. Detroit, many view Detroit as if we ain't the favorites out the East, we definitely next up considering how we did the Knicks during the regular season on national televised games. So
nobody who knows real basketball would pick Detroit to win a championship.
A lot of people or
go to the finals.
I'm talking about the finals, but we shall see. We can show you better than we could tell you, but
y'all not getting y'all gotta show me y'all can get out of. I'm dead serious when I say it too. Y'all gotta show me y'all can get out of, and y'all better pray that Orlando don't fall to an 8th seed or something like. Y'all better.
I ain't worried about Orlando. We done Orlando dirty all regular season. You know who I'm worried about? Or Atlanta. That's the only team I'm worried about.
Or them, either or. Whoever you pick your poison, your choice. I say Orlando. See, I think y'all could beat Atlanta because they ain't got no damn experience either. See, for me, experience matters. Orlando has been to the post. They've been getting you know what, kick, but they've been in the postseason like the last 2 to 3 years. So I'm taking that experience over everything else. And Franz Wagner, y'all have nobody to stop for. Nobody to guard Franz Wagner on your entire team. Nobody. Y'all going to be cooked.
We got somebody named Thompson. Y'all should be real familiar with him. He's shutting Jalen Brunson down every time we play.
Is he back?
Yeah, he back. Yeah, been back.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 games now. But
I don't need no excuses now.
No excuses. Well, 100. I'll check back with you, brother.
Big time, man. I appreciate you. All right, salute. All right. So 646-995-8389. Definitely continue to smash that like button. I just had to talk to this Detroit guy. You know, Detroit, they feeling themselves right now, and it's a bunch of nonsense. But continue to smash that like button. But I don't understand why Detroit is in the building. You know, you got guys in the chat talking nonsense from Detroit. Y'all beat. Who did y'all beat? Y'all should come back after a real win. Anyway, I don't even care about no goddamn Detroit. Y'all not making it out of the first round, depending on the matchup. Only team y'all beat in the first round, maybe the Hornets. Big time to my man AP. He said Pistons fans talking about low standards. Blame Phil Jackson for Carmelo Anthony. Yes, I'm retiring. Number 7, Carmelo loves New York. First of all, AP, all of the acknowledgments that I said the brother has done. He took us out of mediocrity. We went to the playoffs 3 years in a row. No, we didn't win nothing, right? But he gave us hope. He was a star player, not a superstar, but he was a star player coming to New York, AP, right? Scoring champion, Garden record for points, 62 points, right? He delivered on a lot of moments. And I think that brother deserves to have his jersey retired. He was a five straight year All-Stars. When's the last time you see somebody go to the All-Star game 5 years straight as a starter on the Knicks? Who did that? Give me somebody besides Ewing to go to the, if Ewing even did that. I don't even think Ewing did 5 years straight as a starter. Yeah, the brother is a ball player, bro. Like, come on, man. We gotta, I might have to relax. I think Ewing might have did that. But the point that I'm saying is, even still, since Ewing, Melo is the only one to do that. Nobody was starting every year for the All-Star game. Yeah, we had multiple time All-Stars, but no, they wasn't starting every year like Melo did. They wasn't the scoring champion like Melo was. All right? Sorry. Yeah, Melo deserves to have his jersey retired. Maybe we need to do a show like that. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. We got it's bad enough we got Detroit. Now I'm saying Boston. By the way, Boston, your man, next time you see Maybach Mel, tell him to get back at me, brother. I did send the brother an email, giving him time to respond. Hopefully he responds soon. But yeah, we're talking about Mitchell Robinson and the LA Lakers could be a threat to steal away Mitch. What's going on? Rock from the ATL. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. You know, it's ironic that guy from Detroit called. He shouldn't be mad at Melo. He should be mad at Joe Dumars for not drafting Melo so they can get at least 2 more titles.
That was a bar right there. I didn't think about that, but yeah, you're right.
And what really made me appreciate Melo, you know, Melo came out, and because he came out with LeBron, he came in the league with LeBron, he didn't get the proper appreciation that was
Right.
due to him, and I don't understand why. I think in high school, because he was on Sports Illustrated, they already nominated Braun as the chosen one, and
Yep.
he was going to be the face of the league because
Yep.
remember, Melo came straight out of Syracuse from getting a title by himself. I seen
By
that game.
himself.
He
Bro.
was a monster, man. I never seen nothing like it. The closest
Bro.
thing I say probably oh man, what was his name? Danny Manning.
Derrick Rose had a good run too, though, but he didn't win it. He almost did.
The only performance in college I seen like that was Danny Manning, but Melo's was better.
Yeah.
And what endeared me so much to Melo, not to mention LeBron winning Rookie of the Year shouldn't have happened because Melo took his team to the playoffs. LeBron didn't first year.
And his numbers were better than me, but that's a whole nother topic.
The same thing going on right now with Carmelo and yeah. So I would give it the con just for the fact that he made such a mark that they going into the playoffs.
Right, and he's he's not even supposed to be a first option. He's supposed to be like a fourth option on that team. They got some buckets. They got Bridges. They got Miller. Ball. Man, that's impressive.
And he got the rookie record for the 3-pointers.
And he got that's wild, bro. With all them chucks. Good Lord.
Yes. He should win it hands down. And what really endeared me to Melo is the fact that he got the heart and the cojones that come to New York when everybody else was scared. LeBron was scared because he played games and all that, talking about what we're going to see. And we want everybody to serenade him. He didn't come. But Melo came here when nobody else wanted to come. Everybody else was scared. And Melo came at the height of his powers. Everybody was coming here when they done and washed up.
They cooked.
Won that one last contract.
Even Amari was on the downside. I love Amari, but he was on the downside.
He broken up.
Doctor said he only had 3 years, and he literally lasted 3 years, if that.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Melo came here, did work, man. So he's forever gonna be in Nick Law. I don't care what. Throw that jersey up there, man. Stop playing with that, man.
Man, there. Put that. Yeah, I don't understand that.
And he's from New York originally.
Crazy. I don't understand it.
That's it. There's nothing else to it. Nothing else to it.
No. I'm riding with you, man.
Yeah,
what about Mitch? Are you scared of losing Mitch to LA?
Look, I don't want to lose Mitch Curry because the way he rebounds, controls games. I put it like this: I would trade him away to anyone else except for LA, just for what they've been getting over the years and how they've been getting over, just so they don't get him. How about that?
Hey, they got over $80 million to play with.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. But Kay, just going to this, you know how we say like even when he picks he doesn't roll properly or hard enough.
Yeah,
It's all about leadership, man.
that
You
part.
think if he's with Harden or he's with Luca, you're gonna see his pick and roll game up the ante and be so fluid, man. It's about that leadership, man.
Yeah, you're right. And JJ Redick is a real teacher type coach.
Yeah,
I think he would spend half the summer with Mitch. Like, all right, this is how you said it. This is
he's a
how you
real
said it.
X's and O's guy, man.
Very,
Straight
very
straight
much
through it.
so. Very
Yeah.
much so.
So yeah,
Yep.
10
yeah.
seconds.
So that's where you can criticize Brunson that he doesn't
Right.
have that connect with him in that
Yep.
sense because if man if he gets over there, it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be a problem. I hate to
Yeah.
see it, bro. I would hate to see that.
The only way the only thing that's gonna hurt them in close games is they're gonna do hack a Mitch, and that's when they're gonna have to pull
Yep.
him out the game.
But remember, they got 8 and 2, so they'll use them as a combo. Like Ayton and Mitch, they'll probably play him the same way the Knicks play him. To split the time with him and Ayton.
Yeah,
So they got
yeah,
two twin towers out there. That's what they're gonna do.
yeah. You're right.
Oh,
You're right.
oh,
But
big time
yeah,
though.
let's see what we do tonight, bro.
All right, let's go Knicks.
Let's go next.
That's my man Rod from the ATL. What do you guys think about Mitchell Robinson? By the way, let's continue to get the likes up. All right. Let's get wait, hold on. I got a super chat and it was retracted. I didn't even know you could do that. You could retract the super chat, but continue to smash that like button, all right? It's very important. We gotta continue getting the likes up. We gotta continue getting the likes up. Man, I would love to see Boston lose, bro. So the Boston fans would have just been crying. Seriously, I would have loved to see that. Now y'all in here feeling confident. So while you guys are at it, we know that most of you guys are not subscribed. Well over 60+% are not subscribed to the channel. So help us close the gap. All right. Subscribe. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And each time we reach a milestone along the way, we will have cool giveaways. So the next milestone is 5K subscribers, where we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. Right? So continue to smash the buttons to show the algorithm that we are where it's at, and smash that like button on the way in if you didn't. All right. What my man J Tap talking about? He says, all I remember about Melo's time here was he was Hibbert's block. Was Hibbert's block. Damn. That number will never be retired here. Come on, man. J Tap, this is Kings County, Brooklyn, man. You can't be like that. We're supposed to be New York City saluting the Brooklyn brother, man. Come on, J Tap. You from the town, man. You gotta show Melo love, man. What we doing? What are we doing? You talk about Roy Hibbert's block. That's not our fault. Man, that's not his fault, I should say, rather. That happened, man. But I do appreciate you. Big time salute to my man Melo Mike. Melo right now can shoot all the oh, I like that. He said Melo right now can outshoot all of the 26 Pistons, even in retirement, and he could outshoot their legends in the Hall of Fame. He's a top 75 for a reason. Let's go, Nick. Don't forget the fact, first off, Melo Mike, that's fire. That is fire right there. I hear you, brother. Exactly. And he's top 75. And he can outshoot all of their legends. And they mad because they should have drafted Melo. The Pistons would have probably had like 3-4 more championships had they drafted Carmelo Anthony. That's a big time fact. Instead of what was his name? Mehmet Okur. Was that Okur they drafted? Man, they drafted Mehmet Okur. I'm watching the draft. I'm like, who the hell is that? Right now, they did win the championship, but they could have had 3 or more if they would have drafted. And they would have still won the championship with Melo that year. That's a fact, 100%. But I hear y'all. Ooh, this Melo conversation is really dicey. You know what? I'm going to do this summer. I would love to interview Melo, but I'm going to do I'm gonna do a level-headed Knicks talk panel, and we're gonna talk about Melo. We're gonna definitely talk about Melo for sure. I've been meaning to do that for like 2 years now. I just didn't do it last year, but we're gonna do a panel with some brothers talking about Melo. We're gonna bring up the retirement, and we're gonna talk about a whole lot of other facets, similar to what we did for Patrick Ewing. All right. But listen, y'all, continue to smash that like button. In between calls, 646-995-8389. We're talking about Mitchell Robinson. The Lakers are a threat to take him. Okay. The Lakers are a threat to sign him. And there's reportedly interest in Mitchell Robinson by the Lakers because they could use another center. And they're going to go with a Twin Towers in Ayton and Mitch and re-sign Reeves and then bring other players along, whether that be Rui back, right? Whether that be LeBron back. I mean, you know, they at that point in time, they have a lot of options in LA. And I didn't know that they were going to pivot to Austin Reeves, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a sign and trade there. But apparently they are interested in Mitchell Robinson, the blockless monster. Now, I feel like, you know, the Knicks are trying to make their investment look a little, to make it look a little certain way, okay? A certain way. I'm going to say load management. The load management. I'm trying to, you know, choose my words carefully, but the load management is a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap. And from a player appreciator standpoint, I'm glad to see another team putting value in Mitch because now they're going to put pressure in the Knicks to put the bag up. Now, I know that may not be best for the team, but I can't act like I'm not in support of just players getting money. And so that's what this tells me, that the competition will make Mitchell Robinson's bag go up. And that could be a detriment to some people. Us, unless we get Giannis. Now, if we get Giannis, all of this doesn't matter, right? I would love to get Giannis and Portis, right? Or I would love to see if the Lakers are or if they are serious. And I'm not sure if we could do it. I got to look into that. Hold on. I got to look into signing trades for first apron teams because I'm not sure if we could do them. So I got to look into signing trades for first apron teams because I kind of like that article that we went over earlier that talked about OG Anunoby to the Lakers and, you know, potentially a sign and trade for Reeves. But I'm at 100 on that. My man AP says, when do the Lakers get all this money and we never have money? You should be able to keep your own guy. Why is the special rules for LA? Yo, let me show you. Once again, AP, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna show you how they did it. You see, in New York, we care about these good players. Oh, we got so many good players. I would never trade OG. I would never trade Mikal. I would never trade Josh. You see that mentality that you got? That's why you don't win a championship. The Lakers come from a different mentality. The Lakers' goal always is to get superstar players, and they will sacrifice everyone. Yo, what did Golden State say? Hold on. I'm getting on my sermon right now. What did Golden State say when they put out a statement on Giannis? We're willing to give everything. That's what Golden State said. They are willing to give everything. The Knicks are not willing to give everything, and that's why the Knicks don't get stars, and that's why the Knicks don't win championships. It's really simple. Let me show you this, AP though, about the Lakers though, because what you asked is not simple. So look, I'm gonna try to go back. All right, let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I should go back one more year. Okay. I bet. So I'm gonna start here. Now, Finley Smith, he left via free agency. because I only think he had one year on this trade. They traded for him from the Nets, right? Or was it the Nets? Either way, if whether it's the Nets or not doesn't even matter. Okay, they signed Gabe Vincent. They traded for this Finney Smith kid, drafted Dalton Connect, signed Shake Milton, right? Signed Markieff Morris. Of course, they drafted Bronny James. They signed Alex Len and Jordan Goodwin. Is this the same? Hold on. I'm going to flip my lid if this is the same. Okay. That's crazy. We go back. I forgot the Lakers had Jordan Goodwin, y'all. That's wild. Jordan Goodwin is super nice for the Suns right now. He played lockdown defense. Anyway, so all of these guys you see on their team, like when you look at the Lakers, it seems like every year they got a different team. They might have a couple of the same players, but everybody else is just way different. Look at this. Cam Reddish, Wood, Hayes, Christie, Dwindee, Maxwell Lewis, right? Let's go to the following year. Let's see if those guys look the same. Bam, new team. Okay? Gabe Vincent, Max Keebler, Connect they drafted. Shake Milton, Hayes, Morris, right? Okay, cool. Let's go to this year. Bam. Look at this year. All right? Marcus Smart. Bronny James is still there, but I don't know how to say this kid's name. Kobe Buffkin is a kid they traded for. Jake LaRavia, new. DeAndre Ayton, new. Luke Kennard, trade. Okay, Max Keebler was there, but he came in the trade last year. The point that I'm trying to tell you is that the Los Angeles Lakers, they do not commit long-term to mediocre. No, I'm not going to say that. Nah, that's disrespectful. They don't commit to players who are not either core starters or stars for long periods of time. And they're willing to trade anybody at any given time. They don't have no filter. They was even considering moving Austin Reeves, but now I'm hearing that they want to re-sign him. That's the latest on Austin Reeves. But this is how they're able to move because they don't commit long-term to most of these guys. All of these guys have movable contracts. At any point in time, they could all be traded. The hardest player to trade for them right now is Jared Vanderbilt. He probably would never be traded because no one is trading for the $12 million that's still on the books next year. He got $12 million that's on the book. But do you see everybody else with these options? All of these guys are expendable. Look at this. Do you see this? All right. Last year, Rui Hachimura was up for a contract. They didn't re-sign him. Same thing with Austin Reeves. They didn't re-sign him. They are willing to give up everything because their goal is to get the Luka Doncic. So this is the blueprint that star teams use. That means star teams. That teams who win championships use. They start with the star. I'm going to get Luka, and then I'm going to build the team around Luka. I'm going to bring back Reeves because Reeves and Luka have good chemistry, right? Then I'm going to put some defenders there. I'm going to go get Mitchell Robinson from the Knicks because they don't know how to use him right? And then I'm going to go get this person, and I'm going to build the team around Luka and Reeves. Because Reeves should have been an all-star. It's just that he got hurt. And I'm not just saying that because he's on my fantasy team. Austin Reeves was having a hell of a year. So it's not special rules. It's a different mentality. They don't give a damn about drafts and young players. Oh, we got to keep Ariel and Kolek. That's our mind state. They're saying those guys can go at any point in time. Like, for example, if LeBron James does not come back next season, Bronny James is out of there. 100,000%. He's on a non-guaranteed contract. I don't believe that they have faith in Bronny. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe they've decided to keep him. But I would think that Bronny would be up out of there. 100,000%. Oh, God, J-Tap, why are you coming for my client? I plead the fifth on that, J-Tap. But that's where they get the money from. And y'all should be concerned because they got $80 million. Yes. To play with. To do what they have to do. 646-995-8389 if you want to talk about Mitchell Robinson, the expansion draft. Then some people brought up the Carmelo Anthony jersey retirement. I don't even know, why people are saying Melo's jersey shouldn't be retired. Melo is not an average player. It's wild to me. He's an all-star, multiple-time all-star, star player in this league who brought prominence and hope to New York City. A lot of you guys were hopeful when Melo came. Not all of you guys, but a lot of you guys. So if you didn't smash that like button, definitely take the liberty to smash it right now. All right, we're getting ready to go into this crazy game against the Indiana Pacers. Oh Lord. Oh God, I'm trying to I'm just trying to stay optimistic. I just don't trust the goddamn Pacers. I really don't. I don't like them. Can't stand them. Never did. Never will. And they had everybody as a game time decision going into this goddamn game tonight. Let me see something. Let's do a refresh on this. Let's see if they updated the reports because we're 30 minutes out. So now they got to let us know. Okay, cool. Look, guys, we got insight on who's playing and who's not. Nembhard's not playing. Siakam's not playing. And Mekhi Potter, he's not playing as well. So all of the rest of those guys, Neesmith, Quentin Jackson, I don't remember the other guys that was on the report. Oh, I'm not in research mode. My bad. So the Pacers updated their injury report. For those of you guys who were concerned about the Pacers, they updated the injury report. As far as tonight's game, importance, J-Tap, every game is important, man. Every game is important because it gives us seeding. Now, don't confuse the importance with the playoffs because the playoffs is more important than the regular season. But every game in the regular season is important because we're trying to compete for a position. But yeah, this is the most up-to-date injury report. So all the rest of those guys will be there. Zubac is going to play. I don't remember the guys that were questioned. I don't remember all of them. But they still got a lot of injuries. So we'll see what's up there. We ain't concerned. Oh, yeah, these were the guys. McConnell's going to play. Jackson, Shepard, Toppin. Potter's not playing, for the record. So I don't know. It looked like Siakam might be out for the season. And honestly, Nembhard being out, I'm not surprised because Nembhard puts in the work. And they're like, yeah, we trying to tank. We don't need Nembhard out there, beating us up. But as far as Mitchell Robinson, though, salute to the brother, man. I'm for the teams doing what's best for themselves. I'm for the players doing what's best for themselves. If he decides to get up out of here, I wouldn't be mad at him. I wouldn't be mad. Maybe the Lakers allow him to be more of himself because he keeps saying that, oh, they won't let me to do this. Oh, they won't let me do that. Oh, da-da-da-da. Well, maybe the LA can help unlock it. I know JJ going to have that, brother, and he going to say, listen, just give me a month in the summer. We're going to do pick and roll drills. I'm going to invite you and Aiden out there with Luka, and all we're going to do, we're going to run pick and roll every single day. We're going to run pick and roll every single day. You're going to know exactly what Luka wants to do. So by the time the season start, camp, remember what we did in the summer? Boom, you spin like this, dive out hard. They're going to blitz me. But if you cut this way, this will lead to a lob every time. Simple tweaks. In New York, we don't really have that. Well, I'm going to tell y'all one thing. Brunson is one of the more prolific pick and roll guards in the league, believe it or not, based on the numbers. Now, your eyes may tell you otherwise. I'm just telling you that he definitely does a lot of scoring off the screen, but there's some work to do. And also, Towns and Brunson have been, working together on, two-man game a lot more in recent times. So if the Lakers come out and say, yo, Mitch, we willing to give you $19 million a year. And the Knicks are like, what? Wait, Mitch, we built you. Man, Mitch is out of there. The only loyalty that exists in basketball is through the fans. I just can't believe we got Pistons fans in the chat when they was like this for like the last week and a half. I don't understand it, y'all. You know, do know that we're going to troll you, Pistons. Y'all lost to the Toronto Raptors. Y'all lost 4 games in a row. The Brooklyn Nets y'all was up 23 points. They came back and beat you. You got smacked by the Washington Wizards. Yeah, you come on this channel, Detroit. We're going to give you the fire back. Y'all don't get the troll and laugh at us and make comments and don't think that we can't do the same thing to you guys. Yeah, y'all out of bounds and out of pocket. But listen, y'all, maybe I may be back tonight. I'm not sure. We'll see how the game goes, but I do appreciate you guys and all the callers. All right, I will see you guys, if not tonight, tomorrow for the Blue and Orange Brunch. I appreciate you guys, and until next time, as always, let's go Knicks.